These appliances all work because one man had a dream. Few, however, know the inventor's name or recognize his face. He is Nikola Tesla. In his time, he was a respected member of the scientific elite, a friend of theorist Albert Einstein, a colleague of inventor Charles Steinmetz. Niagara Falls was the scene of one of his greatest achievements. On an island between the thundering torrents, virtually ignored, stands the only United States monument to the remarkable achievements of a forgotten scientist, Nikola Tesla.
And his genius was primarily responsible for the harnessing of Niagara Falls, creating the first major hydroelectric power plant in the world. It was erected here back in 1895. But this was only one of his extraordinary accomplishments. Nikola Tesla helped change the world we live in, yet the world has all but forgotten him. The facts of Tesla's life make up one of the strangest tales in the annals of science, and we may not have seen the end of his story yet.
Tesla was born in 1856 in a small village of what is now Yugoslavia. At an early age, he became intrigued with electricity. It was a new science then, but already trapped in a tradition Nikola Tesla refused to accept. When he was 26, while still a student at the University of Prague, Tesla experienced a burst of inspiration. He conceived the idea that would change his life, a way to generate and transmit electrical energy over long distances. The idea, which he quickly sketched in the dirt, would become what we now call alternating current. To advance his invention, Tesla emigrated to America to seek employment with Thomas Edison, the electrical wizard of the day. Edison, however, rejected Tesla's concept for transmitting energy because he felt it had no practical application. Edison was wrong, and Tesla set out to prove it. He presented a series of lectures to explain and win financial support for his newly patented AC generator. The lectures were a success. Industrialist George Westinghouse saw in Tesla's inventions the opportunity of a lifetime. He bought the patent and, in 1893, won the contract to provide illumination for the Chicago Exposition. The accomplishment was proof that Tesla's theories were correct. With his new inventions, Tesla set out to win support for future projects. He was not above using gaudy demonstrations to amaze and convince skeptics. Ultimately, Tesla achieved his dream, the opportunity to harness Niagara Falls. With Westinghouse as his partner, Tesla constructed generators that provided power to Buffalo, New York, 22 miles away. As a result of his success, Tesla's alternating current, not Edison's direct current, became the national standard. Within less than 2 decades, Tesla patented over 700 inventions. Among them was the idea that would haunt his life, the Tesla coil, a device to transmit electrical energy without wires. New York police became accustomed to complaints about the thunder and lightning originating in Tesla's laboratory. Curious writers like Mark Twain, however, found the experiments fascinating. As both writer and fellow inventor, Twain was drawn to Tesla's inner circle of admirers. At dinner dinner parties, Twain sometimes participated in Tesla's demonstrations of the wireless transmission of electrical energy. An instinctive showman, Tesla performed his spectacular experiments with the panache of a professional magician. To light globes without wires came from his newly invented coil. In Colorado, Tesla believed he could apply the same concept on a grander scale. Through his coils, Tesla hoped to make the Earth itself into a gigantic battery, charging it with as much as 100 million volts at a time, so that anybody, anywhere, could draw freely upon its store of energy. The electrical energy released by the experiment could be seen and heard from as far away as 13 miles. The experiment had flaws, but it worked. One of Tesla's financiers, J.P. Morgan, however, was hesitant to continue supporting such endeavors. Morgan provided only partial funding for Tesla's next project, the construction of a tower to transmit both energy and radio waves. Determined to proceed, Tesla raised enough money from other sources to build a tower on Long Island. It was never completed. Tesla's experiments were abandoned for lack of money. The tower was later demolished and sold for scrap. From spectacular success, Tesla faded into genteel oblivion, remembered, if at all, for the special effects gadgets based on his devices utilized in such films as Frankenstein.
Always coming up over the mountains.
Built by Ken Strickfaden, devices based on Tesla's concepts appeared in more than 50 films. Props are now virtual museum pieces. They are part of the collection of special effects designer Ed Angel.
And this is Ed's pride and joy. It's a small Tesla coil built to demonstrate Tesla's revolutionary ideas. But you have to see it work to believe it. This is an ordinary neon tube. No wires, no tricks. And when Ed turns this switchboard on, 120,000 volts will come out of the coil. Will you turn it on, please, Ed? And I feel nothing except amazement. The power is everywhere. There's nothing to plug in. And that's what Tesla wanted to do, to transmit electrical power without wires to everybody, everywhere.
Nikola Tesla died in 1943. His final years were spent in near poverty. His dreams, however, still pulse with his creative energy. Some of them are designs for weapons so deadly that some believe they remain locked away in secret government archives. The drawings are dreams. The reality is this long-disputed patent. It was not until 8 months after Tesla's death that the United States Supreme Court confirmed him, and not Marchesi Marconi, as the inventor of wireless radio. Nikola Tesla, the genius whose achievement lights and powers the world we live in. Believe it or not.